Every young man must answer one question at some point of his life. Am I truly a man? Here is the dark reality. If you listen to society on how to become a man, you will end up becoming feminine and weak with low testosterone. There is a reason why our ancestors had much more testosterone than the current generation. Listen, it has always been hard to transition from a boy into a man, especially if you didn't have a strong father figure to guide you. In the modern world, a guy will be misguided and deceived. You will find fake terms like toxic masculinity. There is no such thing as toxic masculinity. We will go over 5 things that turn a boy into a man. Number 1, learn to suffer. A guy must understand how to endure in silence. You see, every guy feels many types of pain, emotionally, physically, and sometimes the pain of others who rely on him. The reality is that a man does not have anyone else to fall back on. There is no point in sobbing and expecting others to care or feel sorry for you. If you are a man, that privilege is reserved only for women and children. Other men lose respect for a man who breaks down in tears, and women lose interest in him. I am not suggesting you should never cry. We are all human, and there are times when it is acceptable to do so. Learn how to deal with pressure. Number 2, extreme violence. The world can be a dark place, and some individuals will do evil things you cannot imagine. That is why every guy must be capable of becoming dangerous, both for himself and for his loved ones. Every man has a responsibility to protect himself and his loved ones, and you can't be calm if you're capable of huge violence. Here's the truth. Every male realizes they lack something if they can't fight. It is something we feel deep inside because becoming dangerous requires a great deal of hard work and effort. Many men pretend to be too morally upright to be harmful. They will claim things like, "I'm against violence, so I would never get into a fight." It's cowardice disguised as morality. If you sincerely oppose violence, you recognize the importance of being strong and deadly. Remember, a warrior prays for peace while preparing for war. Number 3, take risks. Nobody has ever won anything just by sitting still and doing nothing. Take risks to achieve the life you want. Life is all about taking risks, knowing and learning where your limits are, and creating the life you want. They begin to realize that it is within their personal power to build the life they choose, which is empowering. Stop living someone else's life and thinking you have to do something just to do it. Find your creative potential within you and take the risks required to go out and produce it, even if it is difficult. 4th, take ownership. Men must possess complete ownership of their surroundings. Whatever occurs in your life, you always have the option of accepting responsibility. It's frightening to take responsibility for anything, let alone our lives. Most guys will shift blame for a failure, which prevents them from learning or growing from it. We all have a certain amount of time here on Earth, so time is our most valuable possession. To give weight to that remark, none of us know how much time we have, which should highlight the following sentence: living an unauthentic life, blaming others and circumstances for our disappointment, is the worst waste of time. Here are 4 things you need to understand if you want to learn how to take ownership. Listen, stop blaming people and events. Understand what you can manage. Hold yourself accountable for all you can control, and avoid discussing problems without focusing on solutions. When you grasp and practice this, you can stop creating excuses and take charge of your own life. Do you realize how strong this is? Number 5, testosterone. Testosterone is the primary hormone that affects your dominance and masculinity the most. Any male with very low testosterone is merely a shell of the man he could be. Take a look at any house cat and watch how they change after having their reproductive potential removed. You will observe that the cat accumulates weight and becomes sluggish. It loses its motivation totally. If you watch the entire movie and want to know the best techniques to naturally enhance your testosterone, leave a comment below. By the way, if you want to advance in life, don't forget to show your support by clicking the like and subscribe buttons. Until next time.